Amazon Prime Big Deal Days is finally here, and there are some massive savings to be had on Tesla camping gear. So, to save you guys the hassle of going through the thousands of products that are available in the deal, I've basically compiled a list of my top picks. So, let's just jump right in. It's going to save you a lot of time. You can access all the links in the video description as well. So if you haven't got a set of all-weather mats for your Tesla Model Y, then I highly recommend you make use of this deal. This is the 3W 9-piece set of floor mats and boot liner and seat pack for the Tesla Model Y. So this is for the 2021 to 2022 Tesla Model Y, so the pre-Juniper version, but I also have a link in the description for the Juniper version as well. And people absolutely love these 3W all-weather mats. They are made to fit the Model Y interior perfectly, and we've got something similar ourselves. We don't have this exact brand, but what I like about these is this is the section that goes in the boot or the trunk area, and it's got this little separating divider here. So when you go to lift this area to access the subfloor and the boot or the trunk, it actually splits really nicely here, whereas with ours it's just all one unit and the whole thing lifts up, so there's a bit more resistance. But these all-weather mats are fantastic. It's great to keep the carpet material in your Tesla nice and clean and free from any dirt or any liquids. And you can clean these all-weather mats super simply. They are fantastic, so I highly recommend them. Like you can see there, they're all custom fit. They really complete the look of the car inside as well. And they're super easy to clean, so waterproof and easy to clean. Great for pets as well, so if you've got dogs traveling with you, you're not going to get loads of hair stuck on the carpeted material there. These are so easy to clean, so I highly recommend them. And like I said, people absolutely rave about them. So just quickly jump. So right now the offer is 34% off. So normally £212, you can get them for £139.99. That's for the pre-Juniper version. If you have a Juniper Model Y, you can get 15% off. So they're normally £129.99. Get them for £109.99. If you're in the US, you might be able to also get this offer as well. I haven't checked Amazon.com, but definitely use our links and you'll be able to see if you can get the discounts in the US as well. But like I said, people absolutely love these. They're fantastic. Just jump to some of the reviews. So good quality and fit. Great quality and fit in my Juniper. Really good fit. Very happy with the mat. It definitely feels good, solid quality, fits perfectly. So yeah, I got these 3W floor mats for the new Tesla Model Y Juniper. First impression, the fit is spot on. They really did their homework designing these things. Edge to edge coverage like they promised. Installation was a breeze, took maybe 2 minutes. Had them in for a few weeks now and they're holding up well. We've had some rain and they kept everything clean. Even spilled my coffee and it wiped right up. The material feels tough but not cheap, which is good. No weird smells either, which I was a little worried about. I don't have a dog, but I can see how these would be great for pet owners. Easy to clean and they stay put. Overall, happy with the purchase. Solid floor mats that do what they're supposed to do. Would recommend to other Juniper owners. So yeah, highly recommend these. If you don't have a set of all-weather mats, go and grab them today. Make use of the Amazon Big Deal Days, Prime Big Deal Days. It's on today. It's the 7th of October 2025 and it's also on the 8th of October 2025. I believe it finishes at midnight on the 8th of October, so make sure you snap these up now. The links will be in the video description. So moving on, if you are Tesla camping and you don't have a tent that's going to give you coverage over the glass roof, you might want a bit of privacy. So I haven't actually tested out this product, so I can't actually give our own opinion on it, but it gets 4.6 stars on Amazon and there's 712 ratings, so I would say overall it looks like a really good product. So this is just a blackout blind basically for the glass roof of the Model Y. So it says it fits 2024 to 2020 Model Y. It may not fit the Juniper Maybe there'll be some people in the reviews who, yeah, so it does actually confirm here, yeah, it does not fit 2025 Juniper. However, we do have a link here for the Juniper version as well. So again, I'll include both of those in the description. But if we just look at the pre-Juniper version, you can see that it basically just fits in super nicely on the glass roof. I believe it comes with little clips that you just clip in and pop it into place, and it will obviously provide you with privacy, but also it will actually keep the car cooler as well. And it's actually, it seems like it's made of similar material. It's got a similar color to the interior of the car, so it actually almost looks like it's sort of like factory made, and it seems like it folds up super compactly. So we'll just jump and have a quick look at some of the reviews here. So fits like a glove. This roof sunshade fits my 2024 Model Y like a glove and matches the colour interior perfectly. Comes in a handy storage bag, roof sunshade in 2 pieces and box of clips, more than needed. Easy to put up. I managed it easily by myself in 10 minutes. It's definitely helping to keep the car cooler, and they have not moved or fallen down at all so far. I like it so much, I may actually just leave them up permanently. The product came with 2 bonus visors for the back small windows, which are easy to fit. I think they give you 2 clips per visor for installation, but you only need 1 clip each, which is probably why I have spares. So you can see there, this is how it comes packaged, super compact. And this is it installed. Obviously, you've got complete privacy there. And as well, if you're a light sleeper, you're not going to get the sun shining in the morning, especially if you get privacy shades for all of the windows. I did try and look to see if I could get privacy shades for all of the glass windows in the Prime big deal days, but there doesn't appear to be any. So I do apologize for that. You'll just have to pick them up at the standard price. But yeah, this looks like a great piece of kit, and it comes with these little sections for the rear glass there as well. So yeah, looks like a good quality product, and definitely does the job. So you've got the pre-Juniper version, and then this is the Juniper version. So it looks like maybe a slightly different color on that potentially, just to match the interior of the Juniper. But yeah, this one gets 4.5 stars, 107 ratings, and you can save 21% on there. So moving on, we have the Yuhome 18-litre car fridge. So this is the same brand of car fridge that we actually use and used on our 3,500 mile road trip. And the Yuhome brand is fantastic. People have asked us, why are these fridges so cheap? Why are they so inexpensive compared to some of the other fridges that are actually made for Teslas, for Tesla Model Y? And I think it's just because these are mass produced for camping in general. They actually advertise it here for camping, travel, and boats. So these are probably like made at scale, which allows them to offer them at a really reasonable price compared to the car camping fridges that you get that are specifically made for the Teslas. Obviously, they'll be made in smaller volumes, but honestly, these Yuhome fridges are fantastic. So they actually come with an app, so you can control the whole fridge via this app, which is fantastic. You can make sure that it's working and it's at your desired temperature. This is the 18-litre version, and we have a 25-litre version. It fits perfectly fine in the sub-trunk area of the Tesla Model Y, and it also fits in the footwell of the rear seats too. And this 18-litre version, I'm sure, would fit in both of those areas as well, no problem at all. So you've got 2 modes. You've got the Eco mode and you've got the Max mode. So in the Eco mode, it's using 45 watts of power. And in the Max mode, it seems to be using 60 watts of power. The Max mode is what I would recommend if you have like items that you really need to keep at a stable temperature. The Eco mode does seem to fluctuate a bit more in terms of temperature. So here for the Eco mode, it says normal cooling speed, reduced power consumption can be used for the storage of drinks and fruits. whereas the 60-watt version, you would maybe use that more for things like meats or things that you need to keep cool. You can't afford it to get too warm. But I would just recommend just use the max mode. It takes 15 minutes to go from 25 degrees centigrade to 0 degrees centigrade, and they're super simple to use. So you can see here, it's super portable. It's about 11 kilograms and can be carried easily. And it's got a large capacity as well of 18 litres. And in terms of noise, it is about 42 decibels of noise that it generates. So it is fairly quiet. You're not really going to hear it when you're camping, which is super helpful. And you can see here the internal size. They give you the dimensions and the external size. So internally, you could fit 24 cans of standard 330ml cans. You could fit 14 bottles of 550ml water bottles or any sort of bottles. And you could fit 8 bottles of 750ml red wine. So there you go. Tons of storage in there. It keeps everything nice and cool. And there's 3 ways that you can actually power it. So you can either power it off of the mains. So it actually comes with a mains plug that you can use, and it's got an adapter as well. So it's got the DC, the mains power cord, and then it also has an adapter as well, which you can use for the 12 volt. So it comes with the 12 volt cable too. So that's what we basically did mostly, was we just had it plugged into the 12 volt of our Tesla Model Y in the rear, obviously in the boot area, and we just had it in the subfloor of the boot or trunk if you're in the US. And yeah, it just worked fantastically. It used hardly any power. And then if you're at a campsite which does have electric hookup, you could just basically switch it to the socket, to the AC socket, and you could just use that off of the campsite power mains. And you can also use a power station as well. So we'll get onto that. We do have power stations coming up, portable power stations which are on offer. And you can actually use those as well to power the fridge. So fantastic piece of kit. I really recommend the Uhome brand. So that, like I said, it's all controlled by the app, so you can change the modes, the max and the eco mode. It's got battery protection as well, and you can actually dial in your exact temperature that you want it to sit at. So this is the 18-litre version. If you want, you could upgrade to a larger size. So this is the 30-litre version, and you can actually save 15% on that right now on the Prime Big Day deals, or Big Deal Days, sorry, I keep getting that mixed up. This actually, my parents bought this recently, and this is a really cool piece of kit. So it's upgraded from our Uhome fridge. It's got these inbuilt coasters, which I think are really cool on the lid, and it's super easy to carry about. It's got a handle here and the same on the other side. And again, this is powered by the app. You've got the max and eco modes, and you've with this one with the it says 25-litre here, but it is actually 30.6-litre that they advertise it. It comes with this basket, so you can actually separate items with the basket as well. So that's really handy if you want to keep things separate. And you can see there again, the eco mode is using 45 watts and the max mode is using 60 watts. So again, for things like meat and ice cream, you know, you can use this as a freezer as well instead of a fridge. The eco mode you could use for fruit and drinks, but I would just keep it at max. Really, that's 15 watts extra that you're pulling. It's really not a big deal. And again, massive capacity with the 30.6-litre version. You could get 36 cans in there, 20 bottles and 12 bottles of red wine as well. So you can see there the size. We did actually test this one, so I borrowed it from my parents to see if it would fit in the sub-trunk area of the Tesla Model Y. Now it does fit in there. The lip does shut, but it sits proud just ever so slightly, but it's not a massive deal. So you could certainly keep that in the sub-trunk area. We did test it in the rear footwell of the car, and unfortunately it didn't fit. So this would have to go either in your actual trunk or boot, or in the subfloor area of the boot you could do that as well. But again, you can power it off of a standard socket. You can use the 12 volt, or you could actually power it with a power station. You could use solar power as well if you want to go like totally off grid. And yeah, it's really quiet and efficient, so highly recommend the Homemade fridges. People absolutely love them. We'll go and check out some of the reviews quickly. So you can see here, this is a 30.6 litre, great value, well made fridge, well made and does exactly what it should, gets down to 4 to 5 degrees really quickly and maintains that temperature very well. I'm running this from a leisure battery setup, and draw from my vehicle battery is very minimal. I can easily go away for a few days camping and not have any low power issues. The app is simple to use and handy rather than essential. Build quality is very good for the price. All in, this is a great value, well-made fridge for occasional camping use. Someone else said, love this, used this for a festival, had one issue driving up and it was a F1 on the front screen, not sure what it was, but it cleared itself. So as for the rest of the time, easy to use and the app is good but very basic, works great. Used it as a fridge set to 1 degree and it worked great. Kept the beer cold and the food cold, loads of room to use. Took out the basket and divider to get more in. It got to the temperature really quick and it hardly took any battery from the leisure battery. Solar panel kept it topped up during the day but hardly touched it in the evening. It's fairly quiet, so that's ideal too. Shame it was a tad big to keep in the van under rock and roll bed, but it was fine outside all day and night. The unit looks good and works great. So that was actually for the 45 litre capacity one, but they're pretty much all the same. They all have the same sort of quality, so highly recommend the Homemade stuff. So moving on now, you are gonna want to invest in a power station, especially if you want to do some sort of like off-grid camping, or you just don't want to rely on electric hookup at campsites, because let's face it, depending on the campsite you go to, sometimes you can't always get electric hookup. So there's some massive savings to be had here, and EcoFlow is one of the best brands when it comes to power stations. So the Delta 2 is a power station that people in the Tesla camping space absolutely rave about, and there's massive savings to be had here. You can save 43% on the EcoFlow Delta 2 power station. So it's normally £699. You can get it today and tomorrow for £399. So this is an absolute bargain. I think we paid roughly about the same price for our Jackery 500 watt power station. And this one is actually, I think it's 1,000 watts. Yeah, so it's 1 kilowatts, so 1,000 watts that you'll actually get with this EcoFlow power station. But it is fantastic. You can see here it's got 2 USB-A ports, 2 fast charge USB-A ports. It's got 2 USB-C ports as well, and then it also has all of the AC sockets on the back as well. And these are actually stackable, so you can triple the capacity as well. So you can purchase multiple of these Delta 2s. So with it's saying here, with a Delta 2 extra battery, you can get up to 2 kilowatt hours, or with the Delta 2 Max, you can get up to 3 kilowatt hours. So you can actually stack these together, and you can power almost all of your appliances with these. So with the 1 kilowatt hour capacity that it has, it can actually output up to 1,800 watts. And that can power a blender for 1.8 hours, a refrigerator for 7 to 14 hours, a coffee maker for 0.8 hours, or a TV for 8 hours. And these things are honestly fantastic. They charge super fast. They go from 0 to 80% in just 50 minutes, which is insane. Our Jackery definitely does not charge as fast as that. It's built to last, so it's got battery tech that lasts for years, 6 times longer, 3,000 plus cycles, LFP battery. It comes with a 5-year warranty. You can also charge it with solar panels. So if you plugged in a 500 watt solar panel, you can recharge it in as quick as 3 hours, obviously depending if you can get the sun or not. So this is amazing for like off-grid camping, if you're going, like out into the woods or out into the wilderness and you're just going to do some off-grid camping. This is you really need to invest in something like this. So you can obviously charge it from standard AC socket. You could charge it from your car with the 12 volt. You could charge it from solar, and then it also has the smart generator function as well. So power up to 13 devices. So it's got 13 outlets. Like I said, 4 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports. It's got 4 AC outlets. Our Jackery 500 watt Explorer only has 1 AC outlet. This actually has 4, which is amazing. And it's got 3 12 volt DC outlets as well. Fast switch over times as well, so you can actually use it in your home as an emergency power supply. So say the power grid goes down, you know, there's a blackout or something like that, you can actually use this in your home to power devices in your home as well. So it's not just used for camping. But yeah, fantastic deal on this. However, if you want to go all out, you could upgrade to the Delta 2 Max. So what's the difference? On the left here, we've got the Delta 2 Max, and on the right, we've got the Delta 2. So the Delta 2 Max is double the capacity. It's a 2 kilowatt power station, and it actually outputs up to 2,400 watts. The AC input is also 2,300 watts max, so it should charge a lot faster. Solar input, you can actually input up to a kilowatt, so 1,000 watts on solar as well. It's the same battery type, LFP, and it's got 13 outlets, so it's essentially the same as the Delta 2. It just has much larger battery capacity and much larger battery output as well. So if you want to go all out, then you can actually save 47% on the EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. It's normally £1,599, but on the Prime Big Deal today and tomorrow, you can actually get it for £854. So massive savings to be had. And the EcoFlow Delta is just known as a super reliable piece of camping gear. And again, a piece of gear that you can actually use in your home as well. So now that you have a power station, you might want to make a little meal while you're Tesla camping. And what better way to do that than with a double induction hob? And this thing is going to be powered from your power station, especially if you get one of those EcoFlow power stations, because you can actually dial this in to the exact wattage that it pulls. So the hob on the left can pull up to 1,800 watts, and the hob on the right can pull up to 1,000. But you can actually increase and decrease these individually, so you can dial in exactly how much power you want to pull from each hob, which I think is a fantastic feature. With our induction hob, we literally have like through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power settings, and you know, it's just a guess as to how much watts it's pulling, whereas with this you can actually dial it in to the exact wattage. So I think that is super cool. Induction hobs are great. Obviously you can actually cook with these indoors since you're not using gas, and they're super safe if you've got children around or things like that, because there's no actual flame, it's just working through induction. You may need to get special pots and pans, but most pots and pans these days are actually induction friendly. So you can actually save 20% on this hob. It's £103.99, normally £129.99. It gets great reviews as well. People absolutely love it. Performs much better than expected. This is a 3-month review here saying they'll give it a fair review. The digital control panel is intuitive and simple to use. It boils water quicker than my kettle from a cold start and my cast iron Le Creuset pan. It has been used daily for over 3 months now. The timer is handy and cuts all power off, so no risk of overcooking. It simmers perfectly for me, and the lower heat around 500 watt is a nice slow cooking heat. You can also choose to use Celsius if that's a more familiar heat measurement. So again, these are just fantastic pieces of equipment to have if you want to go Tesla camping and you want to be able to cook meals and have, that whole camping experience. And you're going to save a lot of money as well if you actually invest in one of these. Instead of going out for dinner, you can actually bring your stuff in your U-Homey fridge. you can power this from your EcoFlow Delta power station, and you're off to the races. You can make some home cooked meals while you're Tesla camping. But now that you've made your meal, you're gonna have to wash up, and sometimes it can be very busy at the campsites when it comes time to actually clean your dishes. You know, they typically will have a washing station there, but there can often be a big queue of people at dinner time trying to actually wash their dishes. So if you want to take that hassle away and not have to wait in the queue, or if you want to go totally off grid and be able to wash all your dishes you know, from anywhere, then these Boxeo wash stations look fantastic. So Boxeo do a whole variety of camping gear, and it's all made with these boxes, and they're all stackable as well, so you can stack them all together. So this is the washing station. It's a mobile wash basin with hand pump. It's got a sink as well, so you can actually hand pump it here. You can release the water, and you can clean your dishes in there. You can wash your hands, and yeah, it's a super cool design. So yeah, you've got the little water storage tank in there, and it all folds up really nicely. It's really compact, so it's 40 by 30 centimeters. So yeah, really compact design. This isn't going to take up a lot of space in your Tesla Model Y, and they get fantastic reviews, 4.3 stars, 648 ratings. You can currently get 23% off of this on Amazon on the Prime Big Deal. It's normally £185, it's now £143. People absolutely love these. And now that you've actually done your dishes and you've ate your meal, you might need to go and use the toilet. And what do Boxhill do? Well, they make a portable toilet as well. So it's currently 15% off. You can pick one up for £127. And I know that sounds like a lot of money for a portable toilet, but when the time comes and you need this thing, you'll be so glad that you actually invested in it. So I haven't used the Boxhill products myself, so I can't vouch for them, but I have heard of other people in the Tesla camping community who use them, and they absolutely love them. So you can get it with, you know, it comes, it's a sort of compostable toilet, so you can get this, you know, natural material that goes in there, and yeah, you can use this pretty much anywhere. It's got a 5 litre capacity, and it's got enough capacity for 8 to 10 toilet visits. So you've got here a separate and insert. It's got a solids container, which is sealable. It's got the sealing lid. It's got the screw lid for your liquids, and then it's got your little liquid container there, 5 litre. I know it's not the nicest topic, but you know, this is the reality of Tesla camping. If you're trying to go off grid, or maybe even you're one of those folks who you can't make it to the campsite toilet at night and you need something that's close by, this is a fantastic piece of kit that could really save your day or night. And they're super light, £6, maximum load £330 there. And yeah, you can use it pretty much anywhere while traveling, in the garden shed, when fishing, at the festival, in case of a power or water failure. So again, these are great solutions. You kind of find that all of the camping gear is really good if you ever have any situations at home where you run out of power, you run out of water, anything like that. You know, we should all be preparing for these situations, and these products are always super helpful in those scenarios. But you're going to want some privacy if you're using that portable toilet, and you might not have your own tent. You might just be sleeping in your Tesla, in your Model 3, your Model Y, your Model S, whatever it is. And these pop-up toilets are fantastic for that exact scenario. So super cheap. You can get 22% off right now on this pop-up toilet. Normally it's £39.99. You can get it for £31.07. And this looks fantastic. So you can see it actually has a little area in here to store your items. This is actually also can be used for a shower. So I think it has a little hook and a lanyard inside that you can use if you do have a portable shower head. But you can also just use it as a toilet as well. So you can actually remove the top, I believe, or it's got a mesh area, I believe, sorry. So you can actually get a nice view of the sky while you're doing your business, or you can actually cover that up as well. So you can see there, that's it with the cover. It's waterproof. It's got a UV sunlight shielded as well. And it's got a little storage bag inside. So that's always the case. You know, if you're going to the toilet, maybe you're going to brush your teeth, you need toilet roll or different things like that, wipes and things like that, you've got plenty of storage in there that you can actually use. And you can use this both inside or outside as well, it appears. And there's just a comparison there of their one versus others. And yeah, like I said, you can use it as a toilet, you could use it as a shower. Guys using it for fishing, it seems. And this is how small it is, how compact it is, so it really doesn't take up a lot of space. So this would be a really handy item to have, just again, if you're in those emergency scenarios, but especially if you're going camping off grid. This is a fantastic piece of kit. So it comes with everything you need. It's got the removable rain cover, it's got the mesh top, it's double-sided zippers, it's got a clothesline inside, removable bottom mat as well. It's got a curtain locking rope, all of the accessories, so the pegs that you need and the guy ropes as well to keep it secure and from blowing away in the wind. And then you've got that storage bag too, and it seems to come in a really compact format. So 4.4 stars, 1,000 ratings, looks like a pretty solid piece of kit. So moving on, if you want a water solution, which is something we didn't actually think about when we went Tesla camping, we just really relied on having bottles of water in the fridge, in the Uhomie fridge, or getting water at the campsites. But it's something that we realized after the trip was we really need to upgrade our water storage sort of options. So this is fantastic. This is very reasonably priced. So it's a 19-litre water jug with an automatic touch control pump. So you can fit 19 litres of water in here. This is a rechargeable water pump that you can charge via USB-C. It's got sealing rings there, so you just tighten it onto the jug, and then you pop out the tap and you just touch the button here and the water will dispense automatically. So this is great for pouring drinks when you're camping. You could also use this to wash your hands as well. So instead of the Boxeo washing station, you could use this in place of that. So it could be like a drinking station and a hand washing station as well. And yeah, people absolutely love it. They say that the battery life when you charge it up is amazing as well. So yeah, really great solution to actually store your water. It's more eco-friendly rather than using disposable water bottles. And yeah, it's one of those things I think people overlook is the actual water storage when you're going camping. So it's currently 15% off. You can get it for £50.99. It's normally £59.99. And people absolutely love it. So I'll just show you some of the reviews. So very good camping accessory and value for money, and really good bit of equipment. It measures out the water on a digital display. The charge seems to last a long time, holds a lot of water, and does what is expected. We're very impressed if this, would recommend. The settings for the pump deliver just enough for a brew without guessing, or can be bypassed if you need a full kettle. Bought for a camping trip, absolute lifesaver, 2-week holiday, and only needed to recharge the tap once. Definitely recommend. So yeah, go and check it out. This I know it's not the most exciting piece of equipment, but it's something that would actually level up your camping game, and it's something that we are actively looking into as well. So next up, if you are sleeping in your Tesla, let's say you've done it before, you're pretty much aware that there's lots of strange noises inside the Tesla Model Y and the Model 3 when you're camping. So sometimes, depending on if you're a light sleeper or heavy sleeper, you might not actually get the best sleep when you are sleeping in your Tesla because of that, because you've got the fans whirring away in camp mode, and you've also got the coolant pump for the battery running at night as well. So I highly recommend the Loop quiet 2 earplugs. These are what I use at home for sleeping, and also when we go camping as well. They just really help actually, keep the noise at a minimal. And it just allows you to not be distracted by any sounds, and it lets you just get to sleep at night, which is really, really important. So you can actually save 25% on these just now. They're normally $19.95. You can get them for $14.95 on the Prime Big Deal. And they're the #1 bestseller in earplugs. They've got a 4-star review across 16,500 reviews. They're a fantastic product. I can vouch for these myself. They're really easy to clean. They're really comfortable. So you get different size ear tips that come with it, and you just want to experiment with which ear tip fits best for you. You want it to just fit in your ear but not be too tight. So you can see here the different sizes that you get. So if you do purchase these, make sure you try out all the different sizes and make sure that it fits nicely but it's not too tight. And that means you're going to actually have a comfortable sleep. If you go for a too big of a size and it's too tight, it could hurt the inside of your ear. But yeah, just make sure you dial in the right size for you. But great reviews, beyond amazing. Now we've got 4 pairs, as I'm scared to be without them. I have a pair in my bedside, a pair in my suitcase, a pair in my handbag, and a pair in my overnight bag. This person's going over the top, but they obviously love them so much. They totally block out noise to the point that last night the fire alarm in the hotel I'm staying in went off at 2 a.m. and I didn't hear a thing. I mean, that's maybe not the best scenario. Hopefully you have someone that's not using them that could wake you up in that situation, but this does show you how good they are at cancelling out noise. Luckily there wasn't a fire, but that's how good they are. The pair I carry in my handbag are the Engage version. So yeah, people absolutely love them, and I do not go to sleep without these things now. And the other thing is, when you're camping at campsites, is there's a lot of people who snore. A lot of people snore, and you can actually hear it sometimes, especially if you've got a tent attached to your car. You can hear it. So yeah, these are just great to make sure that you're gonna get a sound sleep. And lastly, one of the overlooked pieces of kits, but it's one of our favorite pieces of kits that we actually used on our Tesla camping road trip, is a quick drying beach towel. So I know this isn't super exciting, but trust me, this is one of the best pieces of kits you could get. We actually thought we lost these recently, and we finally found them again, and I was so happy that we found them, because they are honestly one of the best towels I've ever used. So this is Dock and Bay's beach towel. You can get them in various colors, so go and have a look at all the different colors that they have, and you can pick one that you prefer. They've got lots of like crazy designs as well. We just went for the more simple ones. But yeah, you can get 21% off of these just now. They're normally £23.74. So I highly recommend getting one of these. They are so quick to dry. When you are camping in your Tesla, it's one of the last things you want to be doing is going and, trying to dry clothes, or say you're in one location for one day camping and then you're moving on to the next, and you don't want to be that person that's got towels hanging out the windows and you're trying to dry them. These things are going to dry super quick. They're lightweight, they've no odors, covers a deck chair, and they're super absorbent. I can highly vouch for these towels. They are honestly fantastic, and for the price that they're at, it's honestly a no-brainer. There's no point in taking a towel from home, because trust me, I highly doubt that you have a towel in your house that is going to dry as fast as these. And not only do they dry quickly, when they get wet, but they absorb water so well off of you. So you're going to say you go for a dip in the lake, or you go for a shower at the campsite, you're going to dry your body super, super quickly. So I highly, highly recommend these. So yeah, that is our top picks of Tesla camping gear, which you can pick up today in the Amazon Prime Big Deal days. It's going to save you going through all of the list of all of the products here. So go and check out all of the links to the products in the video description. You would be able to go and have a look at those, and make sure you actually make use of the deals before midnight on the 8th of October 2025. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.